You can find me at Aaron Hill TV, V at Aaron Hill TV, V at Aaron Hill TV, V at Aaron Hill TV, .TV on IG.
So this is a quick chop up, a quick after 5M chop up. You know how you have your meetings after different events, you know, with your people, with your folk. So yeah, this is a after chop up meeting with my good friend Andy Pyatt. And so one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because, you know, as you're building on an experience, you learn something new each time. And you learn something new each time. And it's really, there's a lot that you learn when you're just starting out something, when it's very grassroots oriented, and, you know, and so, yeah, I knew that these would be valuable later on as far as this process goes. So I didn't want to miss the opportunity on capturing how things are starting to come together, how the building blocks are, you know, adding together. So we just finished 5M. What is 5M? Music, movement, mindfulness, meditation, and mantra. It's a 2-hour collective and communal experience that I created. We do it every Sunday, 3 to 5 p.m. on Zoom. My number is 551-164-8133. All you got to do is pull up Zoom and type that in, 551-164-8133. And we're hanging out on Zoom 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday. It's a way to connect with people. It's a way to have dialogue and conversations around self-care and around just important topics in life, you know, that have to do with working with each other. I'm a secular humanist. And so all that means is that my deepest desires and my deepest interests are the affairs of human beings as we think about how to caretake around ourselves and caretake around each other. And so 5M comes out of that mindset. And it also comes out of the mindset of me being a musician and bringing, you know, musical experiences regularly, you know, as you all see on social media, if you follow me in any way. So sharing music, you know, sharing self-care topics around mindfulness and creating mantras that help us to not only get through our day, but get through our relationships and build our relationships and commune and connect. Mindfulness is just that. Hey, I wanted to have a quick, you know, Zoom after 5M chop up with you real quick. Yeah, I was actually, you probably heard me even talking before I came on because I was just kind of doing like an introduction. Because you know, one of the things that I was just even saying as I was, you know, recording it is that I want to do these kind of like when something is getting off the ground, there's a lot that you learn, and so it's such a valuable time to learn, you know. And so each one of these meetings, I learned something, and it's fun, you know, and it's really fun. So I wanted to capture these times because, you know, what I always talk about. So in the future, it's super, super valuable to just like the grassroots, like the starting of the equation. So yeah, so I thought it was really good today. I really actually enjoyed the opportunity for us to actually do it in that format where it was just us and where everybody else was live, because you know, you learn when you practice this way, you learn different things. And so I always like being able to practice presenting no matter who's in front of me or whether there's someone in front of me or not, because you start learning. Yeah, exactly. Right. So that was actually really good. I actually really enjoyed being able to do the experience in that way where, yeah, we can present in that way, because when you present in that way, it means that if you can be effective when you're speaking to a future audience or to a live audience that you're not actually like physically seeing and physically even interacting with, like even on Zoom. Um, yeah, it means that when you do, then you are like you're presenting really deeply and really well. Um, One of the things that I always enjoyed about one of my favorite vloggers, Casey Neistat, is that he makes you feel like like you're speaking, like he's speaking directly to you, like so much so that you literally forget. And I've studied him, I've watched him to enjoy his videos, plus just to study his style. And like I found myself, even with studying it from a production aspect, forgetting that when he recorded this, that there wasn't anybody in front of the camera, because it really feels, you really feel him and the way he's talking to you and asking you questions and doing, you know, certain gestures. It's why he's the #1 world's vlogger, because you really actually feel connected to him, and he makes you feel like like he's talking directly to you, you know, in the way that he interacts. And I know that to be a skill, you know, so I like practicing that too. So yeah, I thought that was that was really cool, and I really enjoyed connecting on that topic. Um, you know, I realized that that the topic of the day will always be like a self. I mean, it has been, and it will always continue to be like a self-care thing, because I don't know, I just feel like it's just the perfect thing to round out the experience. You know, self-care topics never, ever, 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 ever get old. You know, like ever. You know, and I believe that like in other formats, like with, you know, different type of presentations that would be, you know, kind of like this in some ways. You know, it's why they could talk about the same topics from week to week, and you know, it never gets old. Um, so yeah. Anyway, those are a few thoughts that come to mind for me as I just learn from each experience. You know.
That was
So,
great.
what about you? Behold the Star, and when I originally wrote it, I wrote it when I was at OGOT, One God, One Thought Center, and it was around the holidays, and I was just in the midst of writing, so I was like, you know, the whole story around the holidays and stars and, you know, all this kind of stuff, and I wrote Behold the Star, and mentally, you know, mentally speaking, I was at a particular place where I was studying New Thought. I was studying other spiritual paths, you know, that were about the things we're talking about now. Like it was about the optimistic perspective, seeing things from an optimistic place, seeing all people, like you just said, even seeing the light in people and seeing God in people and that kind of thing. And when I wrote it, when you hear this first uh, take of it, I actually have Reverend Burnett, who's the minister, you know, there at the church. She does like, she's real cool, real down to earth person. She does like spoken word and these kind of things. So she did like this. She basically did like her normal off the cuff, you know, like meditation or whatever. And we were so used to doing it together because we were doing it during the course of the service. So I made a demo of it, sent it to her, and was just like, yeah, so we're gonna, you know, record this. I want to record you on this. And so we did a live version as well as a studio version. And yeah, that's how Behold the Star got kicked off. And there's two different arrangements. So there's a slow arrangement like the one I played, and then a more up tempo arrangement that I did on the jazz album with Fruition, the home album.
Yo, we should totally do it. We should hop on live in like a few minutes. Try to get some food and listen to music and have just commentary.
Yeah. Hey, what time is this? 5? I would be game for that. I could do it. I got something planned in a few hours, but I can do it. It's 5 now. I can actually do it. And yeah, I'm game for that. I'm game for that. I've got like 2 hours between now and 7 where I need to take care of something. But I love hearing you say that, because I mean, doesn't it just make sense? As always, I really appreciate you. And like I said, I'm actually really, really glad that we got a chance to do that way. One thing I enjoy about it, and it always reminds me of it, like every time I go forward with something, and do another chapter or another iteration of it, like the practice, even as you were going through the exercises, I was just like, it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if we had nobody, like this practice right here is something that is like, this is really good, to be able to continue to practice, our skills in various ways, And so, yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. So.
Yeah. So to help me to make more content like this, please see the info in the description or comments. And thanks so much for watching. And if we're not already connected on all my other homes, the Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, etc., where you can find me at Aaron Hill TV, V at Aaron Hill TV, V at Aaron Hill TV, V at Aaron Hill TV.